Hello, everybody. We are here. We are alive and well. It is Monday, and we are back for another great season, but a new launching season of Tea Time with Liz and Friends. Hey, guys.
Hey girl.
Hello.
Welcome, everyone. It is Monday, but we got some great tea. We hope your Monday has been treating you well. Be sure that you are ready for tonight because it is going to go down. So before we start, as you all know, we do our tea time announcements, and Miss Kawana, you're gonna go ahead and give those to us tonight.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I'm just excited to be here on today. Okay, I'm excited. All
Yeah.
right. So for announcements as follow, please follow us on our webpage, www.teatimewithlizandfriends.com. Do you see that there? Teatimewithlizandfriends.com. And just give you some general information of who we are, and make sure y'all know that Tea Time, our logan is the transform, encourage, and assure by using the TEA that restores the soul. Okay. And that's what we are all about, restoring the soul to all of our viewers and for us, right? Because sometimes we need our souls restored as well. And so, right. And so then you'll get a little snippet of who we are. You'll get a chance to read our bios as well on our website, and any upcoming events that may be happening throughout this year. You can visit us on our website and see all of those. And also, if you want to take a glance at some of the previous episodes, you can also take a look at that as well. Okay. And then you can follow us on our Facebook or on our YouTube platform. Our episodes will be podcast on our Facebook and YouTube platforms. Go to Facebook, go to Tea Time. There we go. Again, you'll see our flyers and all of our announcements our episodes that's coming up, and anything else that Tea Time and with Liz and Friends have coming soon to your city. All right, I'm gonna hand it over to Joe. What you got for us tonight, Joe?
All right. So February is Black History Month.
Okay.
Our okay. But it's also the month that we celebrate love. So our tea theme for the month of February is who do you love?
Okay. It's about to get real.
Who you love? All right.
Wait.
With love, I mean, yeah, you have your family love, but then we have like marriage, you have relationships, and even dating. And dating can be hard nowadays, and we all have been in the dating scene. You have some people who is in the dating scene, or even in relationships and all that kind of stuff. And there's a saying that you attract who you are. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how if that's a true statement. Kat, do you attract who you are? How do you feel about that?
Yes, Kat, tell us.
You know what? That's a good question. But before I go into that one, you know what I thought about when I thought about this episode? That one song where LL Cool J was like, "Who do you love?
Yes,
are you for sure?
However, I'm a church girl.
Are you for sure?
Anybody else there? That you love one.
Okay,
Who
so
do you love, right?
But I love it.
Wait, Kat.
Okay.
I was trying not to go there, but I was thinking about the Whitney Houston one.
Which
Who
one?
do you love?
What?
Do you love?
Come on now.
I don't know that one. Wow, I have to listen to that one. Who?
All right. Sorry. Back.
Rest in peace, Whitney. We love you.
Let's get back. Right. And so the question is, you said,
do we attract
who you are? And I'm gonna say yes and no. Right? And the only reason I'm saying yes and no is because sometimes we can attract people based on our emotions, what we're going through. We can attract people based on how we feel. That's still like your emotions, right? So, say for instance, if I'm a little toxic, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm going to get that toxic person because that's what I like, right? And then maybe I like to party, I like to drink. So I'm definitely going to get somebody that I want who wants to go party and go drinking. So in that moment, that's who I'm attracting. The
Right.
people that do what I do.
Yeah, wow.
Right. So, but then when I get older, or not even older, but a little bit wiser, then my mindset begins to change because now I'm trying to learn, I'm trying to find out who I am. So
There.
once I start beginning to find out who I am, I don't want that type of person because
Right.
some things has changed in me. I'm mentally different. I may not be physically different, but mentally I'm in a different place. And so now I'm doing some self-awareness, some self-examine. Do I want that brother over there? No, 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 no. I want something different. So then I guess to answer your question, yes and no, because now I'm looking for somebody I need to level up with. I'm looking for someone who's going to be doing the same things that I'm doing. For me, I'm in church. I need somebody to come and sit in the pews with me from time to time. I need somebody to shout a hallelujah to pray when I pray. Sometimes I may not get a prayer through, but he can. So
Amen.
I'm gonna need some of that.
Amen.
So my level goes up because
Okay.
now I'm moving up, and I got to get that person that's gonna keep climbing the ladder as well. So yes. What do you think?
You know,
Okay.
I actually like how you put that, and a lot of that is true. That you said that you are attracting who you are at the time, because if you out there and you're partying and you're drinking and you're smoking, you're doing drugs,
Right.
that is who you are around. So
Yeah.
that's what you know. And then once your mindset changes,
Yeah.
that's what you're like, I don't want that anymore. I want a different
Mhm.
life. So now you are around a completely different circle of friends. But that doesn't, I'm not against what you're saying.
No,
That doesn't stop the old crew from being attracted to you.
No, it does not.
No, but you're a little stronger, I say.
Yes.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, you're a little stronger. So it's like, okay, do I want this for myself?
There you go.
Okay, what do I want for myself? Yes, this is who I used to be, but who am I now?
Right.
Right.
What do I want my future to look like? If I date this person, is this going to pull me back into what I am trying to get away from? Or
Mhm.
That's good.
am I going to move forward into what I want? So with the question,
Well, hang on. I want to add to that.
go ahead.
Okay.
So I agree with y'all. Like, I think it's yes or no, but I think when we look at relationships, we have to understand that the relationship is going to show you who you are. So when we say, do we attract ourselves? It's possible, yes, because you may have not been healed or delivered in that area yet. You may have some insecurities in that area to where
Yes.
that person is
That's good.
going to manipulate you
Mm-hmm.
and tell you all the things you want to hear, and
That
you in love, but
That's
they
right.
playing with you like a puppet.
wow.
So
Love it. I
baby,
love it.
That was good. That was very
ask
well
you all
put.
this question because this is where your girl's struggling. Okay, shout out to all my single ladies. All right,
Listen.
love y'all. Okay,
Yeah.
keep hope alive. We got this,
Listen.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The question is though, how do you keep trusting in the dating scene? Like, when someone manipulates your trust, and you thought we were on a good path. What do you do? How do you bounce back? Joe, how do you bounce back?
Woo, bouncing back from when trust is broken is hard. it is definitely hard, and it is something that you have to work on daily. And
Right.
if you know that it's something that you cannot master, then you're
Mhm.
gonna have to just move on.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people say that if trust is broken in a relationship, then it's not gonna work. I don't believe in that. I think that you can work it out, but it is a battle within yourself.
Wow.
It's a battle within yourself. You can.
You know what? You are the first person I've ever heard this say
Right.
that.
And so is it because you're saying that because it's hard to forgive, right? Let's be honest here. It's truly hard to forgive.
And
So
forget.
and there you go. So that's one of those things where you will have to not overlook, but you actually have to forgive them. You have to let it go completely.
Yeah.
And it's so hard. Unfortunately, it's so hard to let go. Not only dealing with relationship, but forgiveness, all those things combined, letting go, it can be the most difficult thing for an individual to do. So you're telling me
And don't
how
go ahead. Sorry.
so what can make you forgive? What made you say, okay, I'm gonna trust you again? What
Wow,
what made you do that?
yes, I am here for that tea.
Poet,
Joe.
poet girl,
Listen,
poet.
okay, it's not. It has to be a team effort.
Okay,
Facts.
okay,
It has to be a team effort. You can't just say I'm going to forgive and then let this person run wild and act any kind of way that they want to. It has to be a team effort, and that person who broke the trust needs to do their part as well. Now, if they're not doing their part, then you yourself are going to consistently
Hmm.
wallow in that. Oh my God, you're going to consistently go backwards regarding the trust.
mhm.
Now, you have, I can only speak through experience. Okay.
Okay. Facts.
Break it, bring it.
I had to think about how many times I have broken the trust of God.
Oh,
Okay.
that's good.
I like that.
Oh, that's
And
good.
how
Don't
many
take it a step.
times
Take a
I kept
step.
telling God I was going to do this, that, and the other, and I did not do it.
You need to do it.
And how many times He took me back, and how many times He forgave me, and how many times I'm sitting there, and today still sitting here, and that is a hard pill to swallow. Granted, they're not God. Granted, I'm not God. I don't have the patience that God has.
Right.
No.
I don't have the patience, but my goal is to be like Jesus. And
Okay.
I used
I
to
mean,
pray.
that's everybody's goal, right?
Right. And I
That's
used,
Bible. Come on.
and I used to pray, Lord, teach me to be like you.
Yeah.
Right.
That is,
So that is, I like that because you're basically saying the Lord is going to help me with this forgiveness.
Mm,
I'm going to forgive only because it is right for me to forgive.
right. And I think it's taking those breaks after you've, been through that relationship
Mhm.
issue, trauma, whatever, and the breakup is there. Take a moment. Figure
Yeah,
out.
you have to.
you, you
Figure
do got to figure out
out. Okay.
because you can't bring the old stuff. You can't bring Tom and Bill and Michael
Right.
stuff
But
and
and
the newness.
that's in the letting go that we've been talking about. Like, how do you let all that go? How do you let it go?
Healing.
And then it depends on how the trust was broken. So if it was infidelity, and if it was like a one, I don't know how many times things. Don't get me lying, but
Don't quote me. Don't quote
don't get me lying. But you can't go in searching this man's phone and be like, I trust you, but you searching this man's phone or this woman's phone. That's not trust. That's not
That's not.
trust.
Wait.
What it is?
Okay, hang on. We got a question because yes,
Oh.
there's something. First of all, Miss Sierra, thank you for congratulating us on our launch.
Hi, Sarah.
Hello. All right, Miss Elisa says, even if he punching you in the face, is this for the abuse? Is this for the abuse relationship?
Okay, ma'am. If he's punching you in the face, that does not mean stay.
No.
For
This is-
that is not that to me. That is not really a trust situation. Like
No, and I
It
think we have
can be a trust one. It can be a trust. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
but I think so we have to clarify dating versus marriage, first of all, okay? Because when you're dating, you're collecting the data to say, hey, am I going to spend the rest of my life with this person? Are we in a committed situation? Now, if you ain't signing up to get abused,
No.
absolutely not.
No.
it's time to let it go.
It's
Now,
time to let go.
I can speak from that experience. It is easier said than done.
Mhm.
And
It is.
so I
Definitely.
Yes.
totally get that. But there are so many people out here that can help you. You can hit us up. We can try our best to help you as well. But know that you have support. There are so many supportive groups out here along with us to help those who are in danger because love is not. We're like you said, we're not Jesus. God didn't ask us to risk our lives for love. Okay, He just said love them. Okay, just kindly love them. Okay,
Mhm.
be best friends. You don't have to be with them every day,
Mhm.
but just make sure your heart is pure towards them. So and that takes some time to heal from as well. And when you've been in an abusive relationship, you can't just let that go tomorrow. Okay, like that. I'm gonna be honest about my situation. It was about a good 10 years. Sis took to get over something like that because it's hard to trust somebody. It's hard to know where what angle they're coming from.
Mhm.
Like there's a lot of things that you have to heal from.
Yeah.
Take that healing. It's all right. That
Yeah.
moment to heal.
Yeah.
But,
And then once you walk away,
and yes,
once
love
you
is not abuse.
no, it's not an abuse. Period.
love is love is not abuse, and this is such a deep rabbit hole. So
Mhm.
you don't want to go too deep in it right now during this episode, but love is not abuse. But the person who's being abusive, that might be a way of them showing that they love because that's what they were taught.
Correct.
It's good.
That's
So
a good one.
it's not love. Don't get it wrong. Don't get me twisted.
Mhm.
I mean, don't get it twisted. But that is probably what they thought, what they were taught. That is what they was shown
Yeah,
growing
right.
up. So this is a way that they are probably expressing their love, and
Correct.
I'm not saying that it's right, but
Right.
there is the help is needed in that area.
Right.
Right.
And then let me say this. Like you said, like we all said, abuse is not love. That is not, that's selfish.
God's
That's hatred. So my thing, I would say, once you walk away from that, and once you get a chance to break loose from that, you
Yeah.
will go through a process of hurt and insecurities and self-doubting. But once you begin to love yourself and accept yourself,
Yeah.
if you have to, part of the forgiveness, I'm going to go back to forgiveness, right? You have to forgive yourself in that process and allow God to heal you and allow God to help you to forgive that individual that did the harm to you. So it's a long process, it's a hard process, but the forgiveness is there because God will change your heart and allow you to forgive that individual. And then you can actually speak to that individual. You can look at that individual face to face. But again, it takes a process. And so if you were talking about the forgiving part of it, you can't forgive someone who abused you only if God, only if God help you heal from that situation.
Right. But it's once again taking that time to heal,
Mhm.
being honest with yourself,
Yeah.
and knowing what are the things that you're insecure about. What made you
Mhm.
say? What made you think that was love? Even though that person may have their own issues, but the only thing you can change and do is change you, right?
That's right.
And so when you experience God's love for real and you find that to be fulfilling, yes, it will definitely make this road of dating into marriage a little bit easier, which raises another question. since we got a lot of ladies out here listening in tonight, y'all definitely chime in and join the conversation. We're loving it.
Yeah.
Um, can you teach someone how to love you?
Mm. That's a good one. What
Can
you
you?
gonna say, Liz? I'm gonna say no.
I think yes. I think yes because they don't know you, and they can't read minds.
Mm-hmm.
They're learning you, right? And um, I think that the more they get to know you, the more whatever they're attracted to, they'll pick up. And but you have to teach them what your love language is. Like for instance, mine is quality time.
Okay.
So I'm a person that wants to hang out all the time, and take those moments, to really connect. Some, I don't know. Have you guys ever taken the five love languages
I
test?
heard of those.
Yes, I have.
Okay, so some like acts of service, some like gifts. Is that a wrong way to love somebody? No, but that's the way they find their fulfillment. So you have to teach somebody to say, hey, thank you for the cake and for the chocolates and for the
So,
flowers.
so
Not to
if
say that I'm not appreciative, but hey, you think we can hang out
so,
sometime?
is that teaching someone how to love you or treat you?
I
Is
think it's
those two
both.
different things?
I think it's both because that's how you want to be loved. Is it not?
Not all the time. Because
What?
you taking me out is nice. I can teach you how to take me out. I can teach
I
you
can
how to
take myself
treat me
out.
right.
See,
What you say, Joe? What you say, Joe?
I
Say
can
it
take
again.
myself out.
But I'm just saying
oh,
because
uh-oh.
you can't, and that's a good thing. That's another thing, right? Because we have to first learn how to date ourselves in order to love ourselves, right? Because
Well,
we have that's that part where we have to learn how to be by ourselves in order for someone to know how to love us and what love truly looks like. Because there's that superficial love. So, and when I say that's why I said
yeah.
sometimes
What is
is
superficial
that
love?
when we're teaching people how to love us, is
Yeah.
that the superficial love or is that true unconditional love, right? So it can be kind of double-sided, right? Or no? What do y'all think? Because that's a good one because there's
Okay, I'm
some
going to say
people.
this. I'm going to say this because I think this is our challenge as women. Now, take it or leave it. All right. And then we're going to get to some of these comments because they got stuff to say too.
Right,
The comment section is lit.
right, right.
Can you hear me? Um, so I think that this is where we're struggling to connect with males today is that we have developed this independent woman
Hmm.
and we say, well, I can do this for myself and I can do that for myself. Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to be by yourself or do you want a companion? Because
Woo!
you have to learn to be dependent on one another, right?
Right.
And I'm saying this because I've been checked myself, okay? And I'm
Woo!
working on it, all right? This is working on it. I will do things for myself in a heartbeat and say, I got this.
That
Right.
part.
But I
This
have
is
to
You
let
got
Joe.
you
I
got to
got it. I got it.
put
Just
it
move
down. Put it down.
somebody
Put it down.
in. But that's
Yeah.
part of teaching them how to, I mean, that's their way of, allowing them to love you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? To connect with you. So
Can I say
say
something right
something
quick?
in there for
And
real. These comments.
no, 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 no. This is part of one of the comments.
Okay.
It's Kathleen Jackson said, you can't teach someone who is not willing to learn. And that is true. That is true. And what I was gonna say before she said that is in my dating experience, I've had guys study me without me even saying anything. Like they'll try something or they'll give me something and they'll see what my reaction is. And based on my reaction, they'll know, oh, she likes that or she doesn't like that. And then they'll add to it or take away from it or what have you. And because they are studying my reaction and seeing what makes me happy, what I like, that lets me know they're trying to make me happy. They're
Mhm.
into me. They're learning me.
Right.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
That says a lot. And I don't even have to say nothing. They're just watching me. They're
Right.
giving, they're providing, and then they're watching my
Mhm.
reaction to see how it makes me feel.
True.
Yes.
So that also, you can't teach somebody. Yeah, you can't. But what I have experienced is these guys come wanting to learn.
There you go. They want to learn. That's the
Oh,
key.
To learn.
Wanting to learn, because there's the individual that come and do not want to learn you.
They don't
right?
care.
They don't care. They just come after. They want one thing. But go ahead.
Listen, that's going to lead into red flags. We're going to talk about that next. But let's see what they said. Some say, no, you can't teach somebody to learn to love you. So someone said absolutely. Looks like someone agreed and said yes. And this comment right here: we teach people how we want to be treated. And I think that is very true. One of my best friends says that all the time. She says, listen, you got to teach people how to treat you.
That's right.
So if you just let anything go, they're going to just let everything go.
That's right.
Right? So someone else said both. I'm assuming it was to one of our comments. But definitely it's not easy to do, but you can in her opinion. Maddie says it should be a natural feeling that a person has teaching someone to love you have to be led by an example, which it's somewhat true, right? You have to have somewhat of an example to give them to understand, because men are visuals, right?
Right.
But this is also goes by vice versa. How do we love the man? What's the example for us?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. What is the example for us?
That's a very good question, because we're always talking about teach him how to love us and da da da. What do we?
That woman control. We gotta let it go.
Right. That's what it's saying. And someone told me that a man loves to feel needed. Right.
Yes.
They love to feel needed.
Yes.
And sometimes we have to drop that. I'm strong, independent. We have to drop that for them to feel needed and wanted. And we have to, let me get sure, go ahead. Open that door for me. Go ahead, get the bags.
Some men like the damsel in distress.
That's right. So let me be the damsel in distress from time to time, right? Even though I know I can do it, but sometimes it feels good. And I'm going to be honest, it feels good to have a man do it, right? It feels good that you don't have to worry about every single thing in the world and let the man take control over that portion of things that you're worried about. So, yeah, we got to... maybe that's that love language. You know what I mean? For the man. Maybe that's an example that we can use to show the man an example of love, or give him that extra puff of love.
Listen, she said, maybe I don't want to be strong. All these bills, please do it.
Yes.
I love it. Let him be. But once again, in dating, is it really necessary for him to pay a bill right now?
In dating, I don't think so.
I don't think so. No.
Right. But when married, yeah, sir, we're gonna share this responsibility, right?
Real talk.
Yeah. Let them feel like a man.
Let them feel like a man and put them to work. Yes. I mean, what are they there for? You might as well go hang out with your girlfriends if that's the case. But I wanted to get, because now we're starting to talk a little bit about red flags, right? And those are very hard to bypass. I think we as women, we see them right away. Hands down, let's be honest. We see the red flags of what we want and what we don't want right away. But why do we stay once we see these flags or see a flag waving proudly in the air? Why do we stay thinking that it's potential? Joe,
Because
I'm gonna start with you. Joe,
go ahead, Joe. Go ahead, take that wheel. Go ahead.
yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Do I look that guilty?
Tell us, tell us.
I can only speak through experience, but looking more at the potential and saying, yeah, there's this flag, but he has the potential of this, and maybe I can change that, or or maybe he'll change, or even him talking about changing, that red flag. And I have learned just talking about changing that red flag, and it's not an action, actually movement. Move it on. Just keep going. Move on, Jonisha. Just keep moving on. But
Wow, that's good.
yeah, but
But you stayed a little bit though. You
yeah,
stayed a little bit. Right?
yeah, just a
We
little
did
bit.
it. We did it. It's fine. It's fine. Um, before you comment, Kwana, Chris. Hey, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
She says, because we think we can change them or we can grow to look past those flags. Listen,
Yep, that's good. That's it.
That's a good one.
That's exactly what we try to do with these red flags. That is so true.
Yeah.
Listen,
Go ahead, Kwana.
let's not look. Let's look at the patterns. Okay, let's leave the red flags on the ground. Let's look at what the individual is doing in his everyday walk, in his daily routine. If the brother go to work every day, and then okay, that's a good thing. Not the potential to go to work, but he goes to work, right? If the brother say I'm gonna go to school, I'm going back to school, and you see the registration in the school, the listing of the class. Oh, okay, that's a pattern, right? There's consistency. So let's start looking at the consistency of the man instead of you got a potential to be a king, but
right now he a peasant.
that's right. I want no peasant.
And we sitting there looking stuck on stupid with a peasant.
Because he been a peasant for 5 years, sitting on that same couch in that same spot.
He got a 5-year plan, but ain't moving. He had that 5-year plan for like 10, 15 years.
This goes to our main question: who do you love? Like,
ooh, yes.
Do you love yourself enough?
Come on.
Actually be with somebody that you can compliment and he can compliment you versus a project.
A project. That's right. That's it right there.
I don't want no more projects.
A project. We will take, and when you know what, we women do that. We'll take a man on as a project.
I'm telling you, because that's what we can help him. We can build him up. We can help him get started. No, put it down.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm guilty of that.
Elisa said, ignorantly stupid while believing we're in love. Girl.
Yes. Really. That is so true.
Yes.
That is so true. What else you got?
Hey, Sister Brenda. Excuse me, Minister. It's done for the sake of temporary satisfaction. And she right, because we don't, okay, so we start to look at all these things. We start to think, okay, I can post my man. Yes. I don't have to be alone. There's not a lot of fish in the sea for us women, as they say.
Or he talks about marriage. And
we can't
go there yet.
We can't go there yet because that be the number one thing.
Be the number one thing, but we temporarily satisfy the void of being alone.
Yes.
We don't want to address that within ourselves. Who do we love? Once again, why can't you be alone? Why don't you want to be with yourself? Is the real question. Why don't you?
Because and that's the great question, because when you're by yourself and you're able to date yourself, you're able to establish a relationship within yourself to love you more. to become whole, because you don't need another individual to make you whole when you can be whole all by yourself. Like you said, it is to complete, it is a equal, right? It's somebody who's going to make the full circle.
Yes.
He's to complement you, not be you, right? So I believe that we have to learn how to be by ourselves in order to get something truly what God has for us. I'm gonna put it out there like that, because God is not going to send us somebody when we're not even ready, when we don't even know who we are. So let's first learn how to find out who we are, and then we can get somebody, because we already know what we will accept and what we won't accept. We won't accept a project. We won't accept inconsistency. We won't accept the bum. I mean, if that's what you want, that's what you want. There's nothing wrong with a bum if that's what you like. But I'm just saying,
Done.
bum bum.
For
For me, I don't want that. I had a conversation with someone and I said, love is already hard.
Facts.
Why do it with someone who's not for you?
Who's gonna make it harder? Facts.
It just makes it hard.
And sometimes you have to take a step back to know, to learn what you really need and not what you want.
Come on now. What you say that again, Joe, because I don't think a lot of people heard that.
Take a step back to learn what you need and not what you want.
Come on.
Sip my tea water here.
Because
I'm gonna take mine too.
he can chase Morris Chestnut all day.
Listen.
What's some other eye candies? Morris Chestnut is my baby daddy.
Michael Ealy is
Jordan.
Michael Ealy is my eye candy. You know,
yes.
Hey, come on.
We can chase them all day, but 9 times out of 10, those are the bums.
Did you say?
First of all, you don't know Michael B. Jordan. First of all, you don't know him.
But you just like that really nice, all the eye candy, and most of them be the bums.
Man, it's crazy.
I gotta pause because our comments are lit up here.
Okay.
But when we talk about projects, Chris said a bum.
Who is Winston Duke? I gotta
move out. They gotta move out. Okay, move out the way.
I gotta Google who Winston Duke is.
Kathleen Jackson says, "I'm not playing with the Legos anymore." Well,
come on now.
Yes.
I ain't never heard it said like that. That's real. He said, "I am not Bob the Builder."
Let Bob the Builder come through.
I love it. I know that's right. I am not trying to hammer and nail nothing together.
To build anything up. Please come assembled with when approaching. I am dead. This comment has me gone tonight. Yes, love you so much for that. Okay. However, yeah, see, and that's the reason. Like a woman, her words build up a man, but that's in marriage. I feel like you shouldn't have to do that so much in dating. So she won the comment.
That is a great comment.
We haven't made it through them all yet. So anyway, another comment, and you can help them, but who at what cost? That's true. The math ain't mathing, so let it go. Exactly. You left here empty, you left here exhausted, you left here emotionally wrecked, and they moved on. Okay.
You drained.
She says because ourselves don't like ourselves. Well, that's being honest, you know?
That's true.
Being honest. And another one, being honest, Elisa says, at the time I was scared to be alone. And I definitely remember that. I did a little research because, everybody talking about, you got to be whole. You got to be whole. I'm like, okay, who is this whole person? Because apparently I ain't whole. Okay. So as I began to read the characteristics of what they consider to be a whole person, it makes sense. Because when you are a whole person, you are happy within yourself. Yeah. You know how to stay happy. You know how to be peaceful. You know how to even approach tough situations in
Yes.
peace. But you're also flexible. So when
Mhm.
there is situations that do arise, you're not going to play the victim or be a victim, but you know how to, what I like to call, bounce back. You learned from the lesson, the
Mhm.
experience, and you keep it moving.
That's
You
right.
know, that is truly somebody who is happy within themselves, knowing that something good that's going to really connect is going to come along, whether that's relationships, careers, whatever you want to take it for. But I think that is real. All right. Um, let's see, what other comments do we have? God, Maddie says God will send you what He sees fit. Fix. Amen. And He will.
Amen. Yes, he will. Yes,
He
he
will.
will.
Definitely
Be
will.
patient. Wait for it.
So um, I'm here for that. So then let's talk about our emotional selves, ladies. Do you think or do you feel a man can handle the true emotions of a woman? Are we too emotional for them?
I honestly feel like it depends on the emotional health of the man. A
Amen.
man who is in touch with his emotion,
Hmm.
his own emotions, I feel like will be able to handle
Hang
our
on.
emotions.
Now, when you say a man is in touch with his emotions,
Now,
Not a
now,
crybaby, right? You're not talking
not
about
a crybaby, not
yes,
a
let's
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a man who's not afraid to express his emotions and can verbalize how he feels, and doesn't run from how he feels, and isn't really in tune with them,
Mhm.
not somebody who wears them on his sleeve, you know what I
So,
mean?
so you talking about a man who know who he is?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Just that.
Mhm. Yeah.
I feel like that he can handle his a woman's emotions, but everybody else, I'm about
Yeah.
to sip my
You
tea
gonna you gonna
water.
sip your tea water too? Because you said if a man don't know who he is, if he's not mentally stable, he will not be able to
He can't.
accept us.
Mm,
Strong woman, crybaby, emotional. Let me not use crybaby, but an emotional woman, he will not. He will run from that. We have some men who will not talk to an independent, strong woman because they do not like that kind because they too strong for it. That's because you are incapable of dealing with a woman who is very strong minded and strong willed. So you right. Run because you're not for me. You're not the one. Bye
right.
bye. Have fun. You know what I mean? Like I don't care. I don't want that kind. You know.
Kawana's let go is so
Oh, bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.
nice.
Look, look, if they can't understand that I'm going to say what I say, right? Sometimes we do have to have shut mouth grace, but those are individuals that cannot even deal with you saying, well, honey, that doesn't look right. Or baby, no, try it this way this time. Don't tell me what to do. Bye.
Okay.
Have a good day. You know what I mean?
Facts. Facts. I.
Go ahead, Liz.
It's a catch-22 out here for this situation because it just all goes to the inner you, right? It goes
Mhm.
back to and the inner him.
That's
If
right.
he is a true man, yes, he should be able to handle the emotional side of you. Um, but we also have to, handle the masculine side of him, and the different parts of him. But when it comes to our emotions now, if you are an emotional being, like to the extreme, let's take some self-reflection. Let's figure out, why are you so angry? Why are you so hurt? Why are
Mhm.
you crying all the time? um,
Right.
why
Right.
why do you need a hug every 5 minutes? You know? I'm sorry. But it's real, right?
But
Because
no, it's the truth.
I,
You tell me the
and I can be
truth.
honest. I am sensitive. Okay, I am sensitive, but I know how to manage my emotions.
Mhm.
And a lot of times I do it in private because I don't want nobody to know. And that's another issue we have as women, is that sometimes we aren't vulnerable enough
Yes.
to share our emotions to where we're walking around like, you know, stiff boards
Mhm.
and just no emotion at all. Well, who
Right.
wants to be with a stiff board? No,
We were
Nobody.
created to be emotional beings on
we
purpose.
are, and it's okay,
Mhm.
but it's finding that balance.
Yeah.
So if you are, sensitive in certain areas, there's obviously some triggers, there's some things that you got to figure out
Right.
about you. And that's why I say relationships, they gonna bring out the
All
best,
of it.
the worst, the ugly, the good, the
All
bad,
of it.
all of it.
All of it. All of it.
All of
All,
it.
but
All
yet
of
we
it.
want to always play the victim and never take the time to evaluate ourselves. So the question is, who do you love tonight?
Who do you love?
Who do you love? And first and foremost, we got to love God so that
Yes.
we can love ourselves.
Yes.
So that's my question, or my answer to that emotional question. But um, the other thing we tend to thrive on in this journey called Who Do You Love is, let's be honest, we all are looking who are single. Shout out once again to the single ladies. Um, we all are wanting to be found, right? We all are looking for that man to find us, to be our husband, to be our soulmate. Ha, is that biblical though?
No.
Is there just one person for us?
That's a good question.
Ladies, what do you think? What's your tea on that?
I've never I've never saw in the Bible or heard anybody preach or anything saying that anything about a soulmate being in the Bible or anything. And I mean, I haven't read the Bible from front to back myself. I'm just being honest, but I've been in this thing since I was 15, so I've never.
It's
I,
fine. It's fine.
I agree. I haven't stumbled across it either. So no, it's not.
And I personally don't think that it's just one person for one. Everybody just has one person. I believe that you can make it work with. I'm not going to say with anybody, but you can find a
Fact.
person. You can find a person to make it work with.
Yes.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's what I really really believe. The Bible does say, "He that findeth a wife findeth a good thing."
That's what it says.
It does
He.
say that.
He that findeth.
He that findeth a wife.
So
He obtains favor.
he
Mm.
obtained.
You ain't got a real favor, sir, until you find us.
So to
So
kind of back up just a little bit, that means that if Flavor Flav come up to you instead of Michael Ealy,
why are you going there? Why are you going there? Why are you going there? Why are you playing
don't
tonight?
miss your blessing. Don't miss your blessing. Don't miss your blessing, because God is trying to bless you with what you need, not what you want.
But how I know that's what God said? I don't know that.
I just put the throw up emoji.
I don't know if Flavor Flav is the one, because that means I have to actually go out on the date.
Don't miss your blessing, cat.
Don't.
You guys are heartless. You guys are heartless. Isn't that? That is not of God.
Because that is like a true statement. Like, could you how about the one-eyed Jack come up and talk about, let me take you out on a date? Do you
Miss
go
your blessing.
because you may miss your blessing, or do you be like, Lord, help me?
Okay, but
No.
this actually raises a good question. Now, I'm not that heartless. I'm sorry, I'm not that.
So you're gonna go out with the Flavor
I'll
Flav
and
and the
Flavor Flav.
one-eyed Joe? In a one-eyed Joe?
and the one-eyed Joe. If the Lord says so.
But how do you know the Lord says
Well,
so?
how do you know he's even compatible with you?
But
What
the
if
thing about it is, you might go out with him, and he might be everything that you need, or and
I
just be
guess
like, well, dang.
I will find love with that one eye. I will with all the clocks in the world and say,
Listen, gonna dress that one eye up.
You were
He's gonna dress that one eye up and be like,
This is-
relationship goals and pictures.
but that is love. I mean, love does not. I mean, yes, you should be. Yes, you should be attracted to your person.
Yeah.
But it really. I mean, it's really the personality, is it not? Am I still so old?
no, and you're absolutely right. It is the personality. So basically, you're saying that we actually have to take time to get to know the individual to find out if he's actually even the person that God has sent for us.
Listen,
And you do, right? Even though I'm being funny, but you do, and even though your face may be like, ugh,
that's you, Kawana. Pray for Kawana, y'all. Pray for Kawana and her facial.
but you do have to give them an opportunity to show you who they are. Or do why you scratching your head? Because I'm gonna go home and say, Lord, please help. Lord, help.
But the thing is, God's not gonna. I don't think God's gonna present it to somebody like yourself because of your heart and your facials. Okay. However,
But wait, let me. Somebody I'm sorry. I went in a side eye and looked over at the comments, and someone said, God said He will give you the desires of your heart, and He
and
and
he, the thing is that like okay, this is a real question or a real statement. Like, have you ever seen anybody get with someone and that man becomes like 10 times better looking and everything else?
I have seen that happen.
I even see, but you know what? I know some couples that the woman be like, I wasn't even attracted to him, or he ain't even all that cute to me. But
see?
I'm so happy.
Crying out here.
Wait.
You're right. Don't miss your blessing.
Don't miss your blessing.
But look, I'm gonna go back. Let me answer this question. Let me say this to the comment. She said, God gives us the desire of our heart, of our hearts. What if it's not God's desire for us to have that? What we want, because
Jesus, here she goes.
Okay.
Okay, but this goes back to what we were asking about soulmates, because it's not biblical.
It's not.
Joe said, you can pretty much partner up with anybody, but not anybody. Okay. I do believe, I agree with her. I think marriage is a choice. And if you run it by God to say, hey, God, I'm interested. Do you think this is all right? Do you see it being okay? I'm gonna give you the thumbs up or thumbs down.
That's right.
And I promise you, I do that with anybody that I, find interest with. And Lord be answering real quick sometimes.
He do be answering.
Sometimes he do. He does.
And then you got some people who are hard-headed that be like,
you still be trying to fight, like, wait a second. Let's talk about this. Let's wait.
Trying to negotiate.
It was a meme. I think it was a TikTok video. And the guy said, you be saying, God, is he the one? And God be like, nope. But you still be like, oh, I ain't see that sign. He'll hit you in the head with a hanger. I ain't see that sign. He'll hit you in the face with a stop sign. I ain't see that sign. It be thunder and storming, but you don't see those signs because you do not want to see those things, right? So you don't want to see those signs. And so, listen here. God does give us red flags, right? God does show us what's good for us and what's not good for us. But we have to actually pay attention to what God is showing us in order for us to walk away. When he say run, baby, you better run. If you want to stand there and take it, then you stand there and take it. But if God say go, you better grow.
When God tells you to I learned that the hard way.
Yes.
The hard way. And I'm still being hard headed at times. I still was hard headed at times after that. But
But that's and then we'll go back to that forgiveness. That's why it's so great for forgiveness, because God continues to forgive us even though we're hard-headed in all these situations. He still forgive us and still give us
Right.
what's for
Well,
us.
and the forgiveness really is for us, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's for us to let go of whatever that trauma situation, words of damaging that may have
Mhm.
happened, etc. You know,
Yeah.
and but the one thing I wanted to raise up though too, you know, because we were like, oh, all these red flags, but I heard this saying that even though you have a story about somebody, somebody's got a story about you. Okay.
That's right.
And
yep.
so we have to be aware of our red flags. Do we have red flags
Mhm.
that we need to work on?
Mhm.
Maybe, possibly.
Yeah.
That could be, you know,
I
the
ain't
reason.
got no red flag. No.
You know, Joe, you Jesus' cousin.
Right. She little baby Jesus cousin.
Got no red flags.
And some red
That's
flags,
my red flag right there. I ain't got no
it
red
doesn't
flag.
necessarily have to be like, oh, I'm an angry person or I'm super emotional. Maybe you're too nice. Maybe you're not telling the truth, you know? And I'm being honest because that's my confession. These are my confessions. No, I'm just kidding. So, you know, like, you know, you have to be honest in a relationship because who wants a yes man? Nobody.
Nobody.
I'm single. So I am working on it. All right. You know, so
Right.
we just have to take some time in the mirror, you know, and ask ourselves really the question tonight as we wrap up, who do you love? You know, where are you pouring your love into more
Mhm.
and less? So hopefully our conversation tonight has encouraged all of you ladies. We thank you for your comments. We didn't get
Yes.
to everybody's, but listen, we thank you for joining this conversation because a lot of these things are true. We are not alone, first of all, and we all have our different journeys on this love journey of wanting to be found and wanting to know who we are so that
Yes.
we can be the best wives and
Mhm.
women of God out here. So in this closing, ladies, Kawana, I'll start with you. What is some last bit of advice on this topic? Who do you love? You want to share?
My advice would be find out who you are and begin to love yourself even more and allow God to pour into you so you can find out what true unconditional love means. And then that's when God will give you something that's greater than you ever could have done for yourself.
Listen, okay. All right, Joe, it's on you.
I'm gonna piggyback off of what she said regarding pouring. We as women are nurturers, and we find ourselves always pouring into other people. Um, Especially like in relationships, we're always there for him or her. Well, let's talk about the women. Try or don't always pour. Find time to pour into yourself, to love on yourself, and once you pour into yourself, you'll find and learn more about yourself and who you are and who God has created you to be. And that's where that love for yourself will spring out. And then you'll have more strength and love to spread around to somebody else.
Yes. Yes. Amen. Amen.
Well, my last bit of advice, because y'all done took it all, is what Joe said earlier. Don't miss your blessing. If you got one eye, if you got one leg,
One leg!
don't
You'll make me hop after you.
Flavor Flav.
don't miss it. In the comments. Don't miss your blessing. All right, don't miss your blessing. That's the whole preacher in me. Don't miss your blessing
Don't
tonight.
miss it.
That's my advice. Don't miss it. All right.
Amen.
No, we
Amen.
love you all. Thank you all for letting this first episode be so amazing and joining in on the tea. We are excited for next time. We are here every first and third Mondays at 7:30 Central Standard Time, and we are going to get into the second part of Who Do You Love? But guess what? We got a special guest, y'all,
Yes.
and it's going to be a male. So his name is Mr. Prescott Jones. He is going to be joining us. We are going to pick his mind, his brain. We are going to see what the men have to say on Who Do You Love? So stay tuned, get your questions, get your tea ready, because it is going to be an amazing episode. Once again, like Kawana said, make sure you are following us on all of our social media platforms so you can stay up on all the good tea. And your girls got a website. Okay, we professionals out here. Check us out on the website. You can also click on some of our older episodes and listen to the podcast format of those episodes as well. We thank you all once again for tuning in. We hope that you have an amazing week. And until next time on Tea Time, we say bye-bye. All right? Have a good one.
Bye.